think it made me feel very unmotivated. Without tuition, no matter how hard I tried, my results were not good. Actually, in P5, I scored AL14, and then in P6 for prelims, I scored AL4. Thank you to BlueTree. My name is Joshua Guo. I'm from National Junior College NJC, currently in the IP program. This year, I'm secondary 3. Primary 6, at the start of the year, I came to BlueTree. I joined math, science, and Chinese. My math teacher was teacher Faith. The science teacher was teacher Jolene. The things that I found really difficult was like practices worksheets. It forced me to practice. And I really struggled with exam technique too, like the time prioritization, not sticking with one question for too long. For example, certain questions, you can identify the topic and you're supposed to solve it with this concept. And that really helped me to speed up in the way I answered science and math questions. So math, it'll help me to speed up because the main thing about math is speed, right? But then for science, it was more of knowing what's the concept and the exact keywords to answer so I can get the full mark for the question. And I think that the BlueTree places an education on understanding the topic through repetition and practice, spaced repetition, very important, as well as exam technique, so that allows you to understand and not just you're scoring well, but you're also understanding the subject topic. I think it made me feel very unmotivated. Without tuition, no matter how hard I tried, my results were not good. Even though I understood the concepts, and even though I tried my best to I really did my best for the test, but I wasn't scoring up to my expectations. So BlueTree helped me to kind of see what I was doing wrong that I didn't know about and gave me new techniques to help me score well. Actually, in P5, I scored AL14, and then in P6 for prelims, I scored AL4. In P5, I was always like, oh, why did I make this mistake for math? This is a careless. Oh, why can't I finish this mistake? Oh, why didn't I see this earlier? But because I had so much practice in P6 from math, I actually was able to do the TSLE paper relatively easily, and that's why I was able to score well. And hence, that did contribute to my confidence. Whereas for science, it's pretty much the same story, except instead of speed in doing the questions, it's more of accuracy in answering the question correctly with the correct keywords. I think the teaching by all teachers is that they're all very good teachers. And through all the consistent practices that I've had, it allows me to really get off, because through exercises, you make mistakes and then you learn and you gain a more concrete understanding of the topic at hand, which helps you to score better because you have a better understanding of the topic. And also because you are having tuition throughout the entire year, you repeating practices, which also helps you to remember it better, and it actually goes into long-term memory rather than short-term memory. So when it comes around to exam period, it's automatic. It's like in the back of your mind. You don't need to try to recall or you don't forget, because it's really just knowledge that you have off the top of your head. It's just their consistent presence and teaching that has really helped me to improve in my scores. Because there are so many students and there's so many practice questions of so many different types, it actually helps you to see all the possible combinations of questions that come out, and that also helps you to cement your understanding, as I mentioned previously. BlueTree it's a tuition center that has really good teachers. It really helps you to improve your studies. And not only do they improve your studies, but they really do help you to understand the concepts better. And they're also patient when they are explaining too. I think it's very relieving because I was wondering like, will I score well? And then my dad was also wondering whether I would score well. My grades already were improving significantly by the midterms of the year. That actually gave me the confidence later on to not worry so much for PSLE because I saw the significant improvement that I made. Really, I'm not going to score so badly for PSLE. I'm grateful the teachers stayed, really teaching me that math is about practice, and that's something that I realized earlier this year in June when I was preparing for mid-year exams. I think it has really made me understand that math is all about practice, and it really requires repetition. Sometimes you really need to sit through the question and practice. The only way to learn how to do math is just practice, and that's something I've realized. As for teacher Joe, I'm very grateful for how it really helps me to understand that science in particular is knowing about what the question is asking for, what concepts they're testing, and using the keywords to show that your understanding is there. Thank you to BlueTree for helping me to improve my grades and also helping me in my understanding of the topics. And it has really helped me come a long way.